Become a JetX member today for the very best in New York Jets all 22 film content, analytics, credentialed access, and much more. Plus, check out our all-new JetX YouTube membership option that features the very best in film breakdowns, live streaming priority, and a chance to meet Wayne Corbett in the Underdog Jets podcast next meet and greet. Links are available below in the video description. Earlier this week, Aaron Rodgers told us that Wink Martindale, when discussing the Giants defense, the new-look Giants defense, Wink Martindale sent cover zero at least half the time in the preseason game, the MetLife Bowl, Snoopy Bowl, what have you, last year. And while Jets fans want to ignore 2023, get it out of their minds, hey, I mean, it's all we have right now of Aaron Rodgers. And I know each rep, each play of Aaron Rodgers is so coveted, especially because he's not playing in the 2024 MetLife Bowl, that it matters. That's number one. Number two, because of the way Martindale played it, which rarely happens in the preseason, sending this much heat, we learn a lot. I mean, we learn more about Rodgers and how he plays at his age, 40, which is very, very, very old. I might be older. That's okay. Let's run this through. The first play of the day for the Jets offense, a little smoke to Garrett Wilson. Simple, right? I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. Rodgers takes it, sees the off coverage, hits Garrett, lets him do his rack thing. But with Rodgers, the simple, the subtle, what looks subtle is a lot more advanced. Look at the Giants D showing pressure. And it's not even though it's shotgun. It's not a 3-by-1. Anything where it's a passing look. It's 12 personnel, 2 on one side. So you got a wing on the wide side, on the open side, and Garrett Wilson is on the weak side. Well, first of all, Rodgers already knows coming up to the line. There's nothing deep. There's nothing in the middle. There's nothing deep. These corners are on an island, so they can't mess around. They can't toy around. Play press, drive hard. They can't do any of that stuff. Rodgers takes the snap. Everything up front looks like it's zone. It's a zone action coming our way to the near side. Even Michael Carter. Remember, Breece Hall wasn't back yet. However, although it's zone coming our way, zone action, Garrett Wilson posts up for a flare. For a smoke. Rodgers hits him, knowing that this guy's going to be untouched, the backside, what would be the backside, against the zone action. He makes sure to avoid him, gets it to Garrett, moving forward. The difference between an accurate pass on a smoke here, back shoulder, front shoulder, is massive. Because when a quarterback is trying to avoid an unblocked edge, a naked edge, it is very easy for the edge to make that quarterback go back shoulder here, down shoulder. And as a quarterback, you don't want to do that. So quickness off the jump to get that done, throw that little fadeaway, and make Garrett move forward with it is crucial. And that's exactly what he does, and lets Garrett do the rest. Now, the way the Giants played this allowed us to kind of get a glimpse into what Rodgers' secret is for greatness. And we'll get into that a little later. It's easy. It's obvious. I mean, most people should know what it is. I mean, when you think about the Green Bay Packers' offensive identity with Rodgers, what was their identity? It's tough to answer that. That's because elite quarterbacks in today's league don't form offensive identities. It's a chameleon-like 3-step, read the defense, pre-snap, take what the defense gives you type thing. And that is the secret. Rodgers on Tuesday also, when asked about Garrett Wilson, also flat out said, hey, I throw to the open man. Some guys are going to be in that position to be more open than others. Garrett will be, of course, because they move him around, slot, outside, what have you. But it's as simple as that. And as simple as it sounds on the surface, it's much more in depth, which we'll get into with this film. Again, let's watch the zone action going to the left of the screen. Rodgers bails on it, goes smoke. You got to wonder if it was an RPO. It probably was. Or it could have just been a signal with Rodgers and Garrett. Could have been a signal. Here's Rodgers scanning the defense, looking around. Look, what the hell is Wink doing to me? I mean, he's got every gap covered. This is outrageous. First play of preseason, first play with a new team, and you're doing this to me, Wink? No problem. Run pass. Zone action, going to the left. Quick smoke to his left, our right. So that's just one play of 9 we're going to cover in this video. Watch it from the other end zone view. Again, you see the two tights, Conklin and Azuma. Rodgers makes it look easy, I'll tell you that. But there's a lot more in terms of the cat and mouse game to come. Okay, play number 2, 1st and 10 after the Garrett smoke for a first down. It adds more into the Rodgers key to greatness. We won't fully unveil it till the end. I mean, I'm sure smart football people already know what I'm talking about. But 1st and 10, okay, you're thinking run maybe, preseason, first game of the season for the first team offense fully with Rodgers in there. You can understand run. Let's play it through. Motion by Erickson, 11 personnel. No, play action. Play action, nice little lead out to Conklin. I think it's Conklin, not Azuma. Yep, Conklin. So no run. 1st and 10, after a quick pass, boom, got it. 1st and 10 again, near midfield. Do you balance it out and go run? No. Rodgers says, again, I'm going to take what you're giving me, Wink, you bastard, because you keep sending pressure, or at least showing pressure. Again, every gap, we'll look at it from the end zone view, the tight view, but, I mean, every gap, standing. Wink, okay, this is 11 personnel. It's a little more understandable going pressure. But again, he's under center. You could think run here. So it's not the perfect match. Regardless, what do we have on the back end? Man everywhere. I mean, it's a cover 0 look all the way. Nothing high. Action again to our side. All the way play action. All the way play action based on the tight end release. And the delayed release gets to Conklin, and Cobb, doing his best Hines Ward impression, gets flagged. But just add another one onto the notch of Rodgers, taking what the defense gives him, outsmarting the defense, staying ahead of the defense. And that's his key to greatness. Staying ahead of the defense with today's modern rules is something that's nearly indefensible. And the only way a defensive coordinator could combat it, to try to stay ahead of the quarterback and the offensive coordinator, is to take serious risks. Look at Spagnuolo, what he did with his Chiefs defense against the Ravens last year. He kept showing run defense, which would check Lamar out of run looks and go with the pass. That's the example, but it's a rare one, and Rodgers usually wins. Again, another zone action to our left of the screen. Nice little easy game for Conklin. Comes back, but it doesn't matter. The rep still holds up in terms of film. One more look. Great execution. Great timing. Good job all the way around, especially the O-line, Rodgers, and Conklin. Play number 3. 1st and 18. 2x2. Well, 2x2 tight end in line. A lot of folks only go 2x2 if it's an actual spread, or 3x1 if it's an actual trips open. Nothing in line, but I can't break the habit. 2x2, NFL, in line or otherwise, these tight ends are freaks, so I'm counting them as a weapon. 2x2, in-line tight end, 1st and 18 after the penalty. Let's play it through and see what happens. Rodgers looking around, left, shotgun. Quick, another 3-step decision. Get the ball in the hands of Garrett, let him do his thing. What does Wink do at the start? First 2 were heavy 0 looks pre-snap. This one, not so much. Not at all, actually. It's 11 personnel.